In this new lesson of Live on 3D, we're gonna create some basic walls. So these are just beginners lessons for beginners. So I'm gonna go here and go to the new and create a new project. So I will not save this one here. I'm using the free version so I can create new projects and also use others that are available as we saw in the previous lesson in the gallery. So instead of using these, which are perfect for learning and to understand how other houses and scenes have been made by other people, but we're gonna start now from the beginning. So we're gonna start using the 1 to 100 house scale template, or when you do new here, you can just select the 1 to 100. And let's go to continue. And this is just for learning, so we don't need to save or anything. Then you can proceed with the pro version if you're interested. So right now, you can see here I am in the project tree, so I can see all the stuff there is inside my project. So right now, I don't really add much than side floor, and then I have terrain on this floor, on this layer, on this level. And then we have other objects for helping, like auxiliary objects, like the compass. Now, compass is right here. If you press the space bar and click with the left mouse, you can move and you can center the view. So this is a camera we are using for the 3D, and this is the north. This is a compass indicating the north. So if I want to change the north of my project, I can change it right here like this by clicking on this handle and rotating this around. We can see we have some degrees, so we can be pretty precise. And other thing we can do is go here and insert objects, go here and insert materials, or if we want to start creating our own scene, well, in this case, we go up here, and we are now in the 2D view. We also have 3D, split 2D and 3D, and we have only 3D. So right now, I'm just going to go in 2D. This is where you start creating your project. Everything starts in 2D, but simultaneously, Live Home 3D will create the 3D for you. So this is the selection tool. I'm going to go to the next one, which is building. And if I click here, we can find some building tools. And we're going to start with a straight wall, pretty simple. So straight wall, I'm going to click with the left mouse, and I'm going to start creating the wall. You can see how it's aligning to certain degrees. It can be perfectly horizontal or perfectly vertical. And it's also giving me a measure. That measure is in meters. So if I click right here, this is going to be a 6-meter wall. And now it's already prepared for the next one. So we are ready to go. So I can go up here and do another, let's say I want to do a 5-meter wall. And then I can go this way and click again. You can see it's snapping. It's using a projection line or extension line, so that this wall will be perfectly long as the other one on the other side. And then I can close, and this is going to be a perfect room of 30 square meters, as is also indicated right here. On the left side, I can see that I am creating some of these objects, and you can always lock an element so you can protect it for transformation or anything, or you can also hide it if you don't want to see it in the view, or you can hide the entire floor, which is right now the ground floor. And we also have auto ceiling, which means it's going to create automatically the ceiling, and auto floor is going to create automatically a floor. But essentially, we are working right now with the walls, so we don't care about those other things right now. So on the right side is that we have, as we know, different panels, and you can see that it also automatically generated some materials and some finishes. And also here we could change the way the objects are represented in 2D, and these are the elements in the project. So our building is going to be by default 3 meters high. So the story height will be 3. You can also define a slab thickness, which could be 0.3 meters, meaning 30 centimeters. foundation is going to be 0.2, but it could be 0.3, and elevation from the foundation. So everything is here in this little drawing, as you can see here. So E stands for elevation, F foundation, height for the height of the floor, and T for the slab thickness. Now, if we go on the first panel instead, when we select something here, and be careful because since we are on the wall creation, every time we're going to click, it's going to continue to create walls. So press ESC or exit to exit the command, escape. And I'm going to select the arrow again to select an element. So if I click once, it's going to create a selection where I select the whole room composed by the various walls. If I double click on one particular wall, it's going to select that wall. So double click will enter that group and select only that wall. And here I can see the thickness. So I can increase the wall thickness. So you can see it's increasing right now. And I can also change the length. So I can increase, you can see now when I increase the length of this one, it's gonna also increase the size of the room and the square meters because it's going to affect also the other walls. So if I type 7, you can see it's gonna be, then everything is gonna be larger than before. And then we have other settings, but right now let's focus on the basic settings. Okay, so let me create another one. Another option, let me press spacebar. If I press spacebar and click, I can move. If I press the control key and scroll, I can scroll and zoom in and zoom out. I can also use down here the zoom. I can change the layer from down here, so I can go in the site and I can go on the ground floor. So the site is like from the top. And let's go again up here, click. We can also create directly a room. Now, let me do it right here. So I'm gonna create a room like this. So it's gonna be a pretty big room. I can, again, select and rotate. And also I can make them overlap. So if I click and drag, it's going to move everything. Now, when two rooms like this overlap, they create some cuts. Like now I can select this area, which is like the intersection area, or I can just select these walls and delete them with the delete key. Be careful what you're selecting and what you're deleting. Now I wanna select this wall inside, or also I can select these little pieces. So click, double click, select, delete, and delete. There you go. So I created like one big apartment or house. Now you notice that when I select, I also have these grips. This will let me click and drag to change the dimensions of the various parts of the house. And I can also change, if I double click inside. Okay, just try to do it a couple of times and click and drag. So you can see I can change with these grips the shape again, and I can create now another wall right there. Or I can click back, follow the extension lines, and make a snap and close again everything. So it's a room instead of just a set of wall. Now you also have measures here. So if you want, you can click and measure parts of your building. Be careful on where you're snapping when you're creating the dimensions. Now up here you have all the information, the length, the angle, all the information. So if I, for example, double click again, so it's telling me that I am selecting 10 items. I can also select from here, by the way. So this is telling me the length of this wall, the thickness, the angle, and how many triangles. So you have all the information also up there. Also, you have rulers. If you click and drag, you can use rulers like in Photoshop or other design application. And if you click on this little corner, we have the possibility to change meters, centimeters, etc., etc. So I'm gonna stay with meters. You also have project settings, which is gonna bring you to the settings which are for the general project. So the project scale, the units, meters, the precision, and the default story height. Also, we have for the 2D visualization, for example, we can show or not show the grid, which can help us work more precise. And we have some settings for the 3D. By the way, we are not only working in 2D. If I go here and split the view, I will see that this is an actual 3D as well. Now, if I want to navigate, I can also use these arrows over here. This will change the point of view or make it like center. And then I can move up. I can look down. I can change the direction of my view. I can go back. I can go forward. I can move from side to side. So this is a complete navigation system right here that you can use. And as you can see, we are working simultaneously in 2D and 3D. And automatically we generated also the ceilings, materials, and other elements. Now we're gonna stop here for this lesson. I hope you enjoyed. If you did, subscribe to the channel to stay updated. If you wanna support us so we can create more videos like this, more courses like this, please join the channel as a supporter and check our other courses that are already available. So I'm gonna stop here for this lesson. Thanks. See you in the next.